Hi friends, summertime is a great time to use the Crockpot because it does not heat up your kitchen when it's super hot outside. So I love using the Crockpot all year long, but really a lot in the summertime. So it's quick and easy cooking and you don't have to heat up that kitchen. So I'm putting together a huge marathon for you today. I have 50 Crockpot recipes that are perfect for summertime if you don't want to heat up that kitchen with the oven and the stove. So let me show you these 50 perfect Crockpot dump and go summer recipes. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new. Let's get cooking. This is going to be a chicken thigh Crockpot recipe, and it's going to be a lemon chicken. And this is a huge hit with our family. Everyone loves this and it could not be easier. So I have my chicken thighs in the Crockpot, and I'm going to use half a cup of chicken broth, and then I have 3 lemons. I'm going to juice all 3 of these lemons into my bowl. I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of minced garlic. Give this a little mix before I add it onto my chicken. But like I said, this one's a huge hit and it's really easy. The whole family loves this one. If you love easy recipes and Crockpot recipes as much as I do, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Lots of easy recipes for you. So I'm adding in some salt, some cracked black pepper. I have some paprika as well, and I'll also add on some onion powder. So this is so good. These chicken thighs come out absolutely amazing. So I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. You can cook it on high for 3 to 4 hours if you would like. Look how awesome this turned out. So good, so tender and so juicy and so easy. Huge hit. So serve with your favorite sides and you will love it. I'm going to make a chicken Parmesan. I have my chicken, my spaghetti sauce, Italian seasoning, Parmesan cheese, and mozzarella cheese. So I'm adding in my chicken, and I like to dice it up into some smaller pieces. I'm adding in some Italian seasoning, about a teaspoon. You can do 1 to 2 teaspoons of this seasoning on the chicken. I'm going to add in, this is our favorite pasta sauce, is 4 cheese. It's really good. So I'm adding on the pasta sauce on top of the chicken. I'm going to add on the grated Parmesan cheese. I'll put the recipe for these in the description box, so check that out if you want to make these, and I'll give you all the ingredients and the measurements as well. I'm going to add on some shredded mozzarella cheese as well. This is an awesome dump and go, really easy, another one that the whole family loves. They love anything with spaghetti sauce, so this is a huge hit. I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours, and you can do it on high for 3 to 4 hours if you would like. Look how delicious this is. It is so good and so easy. Just dump and go. We have some noodles and some broccoli, and we're going to add this chicken Parmesan to the noodles. It just turns out so good. Everyone loves this one. It is actually on repeat in our house, so it is just perfect. Add some more cheese on there, and you are good to go. So I'm going to be doing one of my favorites, and this is chicken Divan. I make this as a casserole, but I'm going to make it this time as a Crockpot dump and go. So my chicken, I'm going to use some plain Greek yogurt. You could use mayonnaise if you would like. So I have a cup of that. I have a can of cream of 2 cans of cream of chicken. They just both have different labels, but they're the same. 2 cans of cream of chicken into here. And it's going to make a really awesome sauce for this chicken Divan. I'm going to add in some curry powder, and you can do 1 to 2 teaspoons of curry depending on how flavorful you want that curry flavor to be in your chicken Divan. But we really like the curry, so I like to add a little extra. So I'm going to give this mixture a nice stir, and it is an awesome creamy sauce, and it just cooks so perfectly in this crock pot. Like I said, I do this a lot as a casserole as well, so you can just adapt it a little bit if it's going to be a casserole. So I'm just going to pour on this sauce onto the chicken. So creamy and yummy. Gonna spread this out, and this is gonna be so good. Give it all a big mix, and then this will be ready for the ready to cook. So I'm gonna add this on low for 7 to 8 hours. You can do it on high as well. So now that this has been cooking I'm gonna give it a stir, mix it all together. This chicken is all nice and cooked now. The sauce is super, super good. But in a chicken divan casserole, when I make it, I add in broccoli. So I'm gonna add in some broccoli to this crock pot. So I have my broccoli chopped up. I have one head of broccoli just all chopped up into some small pieces. I'm gonna add this onto the crock pot, and I'm gonna kind of dunk it into this awesome sauce so that it can cook in the sauce. So I'm going to put the lid back on after I add in a few more ingredients. I'm gonna add in some cheddar cheese, which has to definitely be topped with cheddar cheese, which is so good. I'm gonna add on some cornflakes as well, which give this an awesome, awesome crunch. And it's one of my favorite things about this chicken divan as a casserole is the cornflakes on top. So I'm going to add a paper towel before I put on my lid, and this is going to catch any condensation, and it's going to keep those cornflakes nice and crispy. So I'm going to put that lid on for about 30 more minutes, and that will soften up that broccoli, give that broccoli a cook, and melt the cheese, and then this will be ready to go. And it is really so good and so easy. I just love crock-pot meals. Just dump them all in and go. Look how awesome that looks. So it is super good. Dinner is ready to go. I like to serve this with a side of rice, but you can do any side that you want. So I'm going to try and scoop up all these cornflakes as well, because they are definitely one of the best parts and gives it an awesome little crunch. Really, really super good. So I have some salad, your favorite sides, and then you are ready to go. So I have a chicken stroganoff. So this is just kind of like a beef stroganoff, but with chicken. So I have my chicken, I have my mushrooms, I have my minced garlic as well. Really super easy, dump and go. And like I said, this is really good for summertime recipes. You do not have to heat up your kitchen and when it is super hot outside with the oven or the stove, and you can cook everything in your crock pot and have a really awesome dinner and keep that house nice and cool. I'm adding in some water to this as well. I'm going to add in some heavy whipping cream to make this nice and creamy and rich as well. So this is a really, really good one. I love mushrooms in the crock pot, so this one's definitely a winner. I have my cornstarch as well, and you can add a little more or a little less depending on how thick you want this sauce to be. So you would do about 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. So once I have this cornstarch in, I'm gonna give this a little mix and mix everything together, and then this is gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be so, so easy. After a long day, you're gonna come home to a really delicious smelling kitchen for sure, and a meal that is ready to go. So it just definitely doesn't beat that. We have a super busy schedule, so I love coming home and not having to worry about making a whole dinner. So this is just ready to go with very minimal effort, which I absolutely love. So I hope that you're liking these ideas so far. I have so many crockpot recipes for you, so I'm going to keep going and showing you lots. So now I'm going to be making a chicken rice bowl, and this is one of our go-tos. We do shredded chicken in the crock pot all the time and turn it into a rice bowl. So I have my favorite seasoning. This is Cow Camp seasoning, and I just get it at my local grocery store. But any kind of seasonal for your chicken, just add in. So it's just the chicken and a little bit of seasoning. You can cook this on high for 7 to 8 hours, or I'm sorry, on high for 3 to 4 hours, or on low for 7 to 8 hours. So now this chicken is done. So, so easy. I am going to take the chicken out. I'm going to shred it with my chicken shredder that I use this chicken shredder multiple times a week. It gets so much use, and I don't think I could live without it. I got it probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and I use it probably 3 or 4 times a week. It is just my favorite thing ever. I'll put a link to it in the description box. $5.99 on Amazon, and it just makes shredding chicken so easy. It's a breeze. So you just stick it in, give it a little spin, you put that chicken on the little spikes, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to shred up all this chicken, put it back into the juices, and then we will make our chicken teriyaki rice bowls out of this. So shredded chicken is really versatile. I make this a lot, especially in the summertime, and we can make a lot of different recipes with it. But today it's going to be teriyaki chicken rice bowls. So give us a good mix to get it back into all those juices, and look how good that looks. It's amazing. So I'm adding it now to my rice and broccoli, which is our favorite sides. And then I'm going to drizzle it with my favorite katsu Japanese steak sauce. It is amazing. The sauce is so good. Tons and tons of flavor. One of my favorite dinners. So I'm going to do some frozen meatballs. I'm going to be doing a sweet and sour meatball. So I have 2 bell peppers, a green, and an orange that I have diced up. I have a can of pineapple chunks. I drained the juice out of the pineapple chunks. I'm adding in some rice wine vinegar. And like I mentioned, I'm going to add in the recipe to the description box of all these, so you can check that out for all of the measurements. Adding in my soy sauce, adding in my 1/4 cup of ketchup as well. This sauce is really super good. I have some light brown sugar that I'm going to add in, a tablespoon of, and now I'm going to give this a nice stir and mix up all these sauces and that ketchup and everything. And then this is so easy, so dump and go. And this is a huge, huge hit. My kids are always begging for meatballs, and I love changing up the flavors, and really just can't go wrong. There's always a hit. So I love making these, and you can serve it with your favorite sides. You can do some broccoli, which is our favorite. We love green beans too, and Brussels sprouts, but we do a lot of broccoli, we do a lot of rice, and this one's just so good. I'm going to be doing a Mississippi chicken. So this is just kind of like a Mississippi pot roast, but with chicken. So I'm adding in my peppercini juice and my pepperoncinis. I'm adding in a ranch packet, a ranch mix packet. Adding in a packet of brown gravy mix as well. And this is going to make a really awesome sauce. Super easy. Dump it in and go. So flavorful. I love Mississippi pot roast and just love making it in different ways. I also do it with meatballs, but look how good this chicken is. It's amazing. The sauce is so good. So I'm going to have it with a side of rice, a side salad also, and you are good to go. This dinner is so easy and so good. So I'm going to do some more meatballs, and this is one of my favorite meatballs. This is going to be a French onion meatball. So I have this French onion condensed soup, and it just really has a really awesome flavor to it. I'm using this onion soup mix packet. I love these packets, this onion soup mix. You can use the Lipton brand or the Great Value brand, whichever you have. I'm going to make some beef broth with my Better Than bouillon, so 1 cup of beef broth. And this makes a really awesome sauce. You could add a little cornstarch in here also if you wanted to thicken up the sauce, but I love it just the way it is. You can cook this on high for 3 to 4 hours or on low for 7 to 8 hours, whichever you have the time frame for, which I love that about crockpots. If you have all day, you can cook it on low. If you just have a few hours, you can cook it on high, and it still turns out amazing. So I'm serving this one with rice so that you can soak up that gravy. So I'm going to be doing some protein pasta, and I'm going to use chicken, and then I'm going to make this protein sauce. So I have my regular no sugar added Prego sauce, and then I'm going to add in cottage cheese to give this more protein. So we love cottage cheese. We love adding lots of protein to all of our meals, but cottage cheese is definitely one of my favorite snacks. So I'm going to blend this together, the cottage cheese and the spaghetti sauce, and just use your favorite cottage cheese and your favorite spaghetti sauce. I'm going to give it a blend, mix that all together, smooth out that cottage cheese. I'm going to add this to my chicken breasts, and then this is going to be amazing. So look how creamy and delicious that sauce is. I'm adding in some spinach as well. I'm going to give this a little stir to kind of get down that spinach, and I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours or on high for 3 to 4 hours. This is so good. Look how awesome this sauce is. The chicken is just wonderful, and it just falls apart. So the chicken's gonna just shred and be amazing. So I'm using my chicken shredder. Once again, I told you how much I love it. I'm just pushing it into the little spikes and gonna add on the top that has little spikes as well. give it a little spin, and then this chicken will be shredded and amazing. I'm going to add it back into the sauce, and then I am going to make a protein pasta to go with this. So this is just the amazing chicken and the sauce and the awesome protein sauce with the cottage cheese, but we have to have the pasta now as well. So I have this protein pasta. It is really, really good. So just cook that up on the stove, and I'm gonna now pour it in after it's all cooked into my sauce. So this one's a huge hit. My kids love this one. I love how healthy it is. Adding in some spinach, adding in that protein pasta and that cottage cheese just makes this so healthy, so filling, and a really, really great dinner. Top with some Parmesan cheese and you're all set. So I'm going to be making some shrimp. This is a shrimp scampi. So, so good. So I have 2 packages of frozen shrimp. I have some olive oil as well. So I'm going to use half a cup of olive oil. And this is so easy and it's seriously so good. My kids beg for this. They want it like every week. So I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. You can do 1 to 2 depending on how much you guys like. I'm going to add in quite a bit of butter for this. So this does make a buttery sauce, but it is really so good. We just love shrimp scampi. So I'm going to cook this. You can do it on high for about 2 hours or on low for about 3 to 4 hours. And I'm going to stir this halfway through. This doesn't take that long to cook. I'm going to give it a stir so I can mix up those shrimp and make sure they all cook evenly. So look how amazing this looks. So I have my lemon, and I'm going to juice the lemon into here as well. And this just goes perfectly with it. And this is so, so tasty. Shrimp is just definitely one of my favorite things. I need to cook it more often and do some more shrimp recipes for you guys. Adding this to, I have a protein pasta. I have some broccoli as well. Gonna add on some just chopped up parsley, some fresh parsley that I have, and this dinner is amazing. I'm going to be doing some meatballs, so this is going to be a Mississippi meatball. Just dump and go. Anything with frozen meatballs, huge, huge hit, and could not be easier. So I'm adding in my little pepperoncinis and my pepperoncini juice, and I'm going to add in, I have my brown gravy mix packet, which is going to make this an awesome sauce. I'm adding in a ranch packet mix as well. I'm going to add in some butter, and I'm going to cut the butter into some small pieces so that it kind of spreads out throughout. I'm going to add in 2 cups of beef broth. I'm going to add in a cup of water, and I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours or on high for 3 to 4 hours. And look how delicious this looks. These meatballs have just been cooking and marinating and soaking in this awesome sauce. They are so tender and so flavorful. I absolutely love this one. So I'm going to be doing a chicken enchilada. So I am going to first cook the chicken and then make it into the enchilada after the chicken is cooked. So I'm going to add in a cup of this mild green salsa, and then I'm going to cook this chicken. And I'm going to cook this, you can do it on low for 7 to 8 hours or on high for 3 to 4 hours. So the chicken is all cooked. It is so easy and so, so good cooking in the green salsa. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to shred it up with my chicken shredder. It's so nice and tender and just shreds really, really easily. So I'm going to cut it in half so it fits better here in my chicken shredder. So I'm going to add this in. It's super hot, so I'm going to push it down, shred it up, and then this will be ready to go back into my crock pot into the awesome juices. So this chicken shredder, it has like some little non-slip pads on the bottom, so if you have it on your counter, it's really easy to do a non-slip. So now I have my tortillas, and I'm going to cut these tortillas into some triangles. I'm going to add these to my chicken for my chicken enchilada. I'm going to cut these into some smaller pieces, whichever kind of shape you want. I'm going to add this into the chicken, and then I'm going to mix it in. So I'm going to add in also some diced green chilies. I love diced green chilies. They really have so much flavor, and I just love them in so many recipes. So I'm going to mix all of this together, the chicken and the chilies. I'm going to add in some Monterey Jack cheese as well and mix that in. This is just such an easy way to make a chicken enchilada, and it comes out as a perfect chicken enchilada casserole. Huge crowd pleaser. I always get compliments on this one. It is really so good. So I have some more tortillas. I have 2 more tortillas that I'm going to cut up into some small pieces, and I'm going to add this to the top and make kind of a top layer here on my chicken enchilada crockpot casserole. So now I'm going to layer these on top. I'll add with some green enchilada sauce and some more cheese as well. And then I'm going to put the lid back on this for about 30 minutes, and then this will be ready to go. So super easy. So now I'm pouring in the enchilada sauce. You could do this with red enchilada sauce if you want. I love the green. It's definitely my favorite. I'm going to top with some cheese, and then this is going to be ready to have that lid put back on. Give it about 30 minutes, let that cheese melt, and you have a really, really awesome, easy chicken enchilada dinner. So I'm going to be doing a pork loin, and this is going to be a pepper jelly pork loin. I love pepper jelly and a ton of different things. I love using it in appetizers, and it just goes really well with this pork loin. This is so easy. It is just so simple. So I have the jelly that I'm going to add on top of the pork loin. I'm also going to add on an onion as well. So I'm going to slice up my onion, add this into the crock pot. It's really simple with these 3 ingredients. Going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. You can do it on high for 3 to 4 hours. And look how great this turns out. The juices are so awesome. I'm just shredding it with my fork. You can shred it with your chicken shredder, or you can shred it with a mixer also. But this is so great. It's perfect for pork tacos. I love it with a side of rice and veggies is my favorite way. So I'm going to be doing an angel chicken, and this is a huge hit with my family. I think this is one of my go-tos right now, one of our favorites. So I have 2 chicken breasts, a can of cream of chicken, and a packet of Italian seasoning mix. I'm going to use half of this brick of cream cheese. This is going to make this sauce creamy and rich and so good. So this is all done. It has cooked for 7 to 8 hours on low. It's got this amazing sauce. The chicken is just so tasty. So I'm going to remove the chicken, and I'm going to use my chicken shredder once again. And this chicken is so tender. It's already starting to fall apart. As you can see right there, it's falling apart already. And I'm just going to shred it a little bit and put it back into the sauce. Like I said, this sauce is just so yummy. I serve this with a side of pasta and veggies. You can serve it with a side of rice and veggies if you'd like, whatever your favorites are. But this sauce is so great with pasta, so that's why I am going to be doing a pasta with it. I love this protein pasta that I've been getting, this Barilla protein pasta. So I'm cooking up the linguine version for this one. I'm going to add this creamy chicken on top of this, my protein pasta linguine and my veggies. And this dinner is amazing. It is a huge hit. So I'm going to be doing some taco chili, and taco chili is definitely one of our go-tos. I make this all the time, especially in the wintertime. It is so good. So I have a pound of ground turkey. You can use a pound of ground beef if you like, cooked and ready to go. I have 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. I have black beans. I have corn washed and drained. Kidney beans washed and drained. I have a can of diced tomatoes that I will add in. This is so easy. It's so dump and go, which is my favorite. I have this green salsa that I love in so many different recipes. So you can use your favorite salsa. It's just a mild green salsa. I'm adding in some chicken broth as well. And like I said earlier, I'm going to have the recipe for all of these in the description box. So if one jumps out to you that you want to make right away, make sure you go to the description box and check out the recipes. They'll give you everything, all the information in there. So here's my chili ready to go. It is so hearty, so delicious, really healthy. I love this chili. I can literally eat this all the time. I can have it like every week. So good. You can add on some shredded cheese, some avocado, any kind of toppings you prefer. So I'm going to be doing some shredded chicken bacon ranch. I have my cream cheese. I'm going to use half of a brick of the cream cheese. And cream cheese in the crock pot just makes everything so creamy and so good. I have a tablespoon of ranch seasoning, and I have these bacon crumbles. I'm going to use a half a cup of bacon crumbles. You can use your own cooked bacon as well. So here it is, all cooked for 7 to 8 hours. I'm going to shred it up with my chicken shredder. And I'm going to be making some chicken bacon ranch sandwiches with this chicken, but there's so many things you can make with this. That's why I love shredded chicken in the crock pot. You can put this on sandwiches like I am. You can put it on salads. You can put it on top of pasta. There's just so many things you can do with shredded chicken. So this is so good. I'm putting it back into the sauce and let that mix into the sauce. Delicious. And I just love this. It's a huge hit. Anything with bacon and ranch seasoning is definitely always a winner in my house. So mix this all around. So good, so easy. Just doesn't get any easier. Here it is, delicious. I have my toasted bun, and you can use your favorite kind of bun. And I'm going to add on some cheese as well to this sandwich. It is just delicious. I just love this one. It is so good. Really easy. These crockpot meals are all so simple. If you like easy meals, definitely subscribe to my channel. I love sharing them with you. We have a really busy schedule, so I use the crockpot almost every night, so often. So tonight I'm making this tri-tip, and I have a tri-tip. I have this onion soup mix packet. If you've been around my channel, you know I love using onion soup mix in a lot of different recipes. I also have a packet of gravy mix, and better than bouillon, I'm going to make some beef broth for this. So I added in potatoes and carrots for this as well, diced up potatoes and then baby carrots, and I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. This tri-tip comes out so good. I just love it. It does not get any easier. The potatoes are perfect. The carrots are perfect. Here's the tri-tip all sliced up. It really is tasty. So this is a wonderful dinner that the whole family loves. I'm going to be doing a teriyaki pineapple chicken. So good. This sweet teriyaki baby Ray's sauce is delicious. It's kind of like a glazed teriyaki. So I'm going to use about a cup of that. I'm going to add in some pineapple chunks. So I'm going to drain that pineapple juice first before I add these pineapple chunks in. Really simple. These 3 ingredients. Does not get any easier. So I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours, or you can do on high for 3 to 4 hours as well. I'm going to make a side of zucchini for this. It's one of my favorite vegetables, and my kids love it, so we do a lot of zucchini. So here is the chicken all done. This sauce is great. Such a great combination with the pineapple. Just love this one. I also have made a side of rice, and this is a really good combo with the teriyaki and the rice and the veggies. So this one is a huge hit. Nice and simple, dump and go. You don't have to have a lot of ingredients for this at all. So this one is a huge hit. I'm going to be making a pork loin. This is an applewood smoked bacon pork loin. I also have an onion, and this is very easy. I love this pork loin. It's already ready to go with all the flavoring. So you can do your favorite pork loin. You can do it either seasoned or unseasoned, however you would like it. But this is just a really easy way to cook pork loin. I love it. You just dump and go into the crock pot. So I have my pork loin, my onions sliced up, and then I have some chicken broth as well. I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. It comes out so great. I just love doing pork loin. It's a great way to mix up from our normal chicken. So a little side of zucchini and rice and this pork loin, great dinner that the whole family really loves. Pork is just delicious. So I'm going to be doing a chicken and stuffing. This is really fun way to add in everything into one dump and go crock pot. So I have my chicken, I have my vegetables. I'm using a can of cream of chicken. I'm going to add in my seasonings as well. I'm going to give this a toss and kind of mix it around a bit with this sauce and the seasonings. And you can use your favorite frozen veggies. I love this California blend. It's just really really yummy. It's got it all, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, all of our favorites. So now I'm gonna add in, I have a box of chicken stuffing mix. So I'm gonna mix my stuffing mix with my water. So I have 1 cup of water, and I'm going to add that into the stuffing mix, give it a stir, and let the breadcrumbs soak up that water. And then I'm going to add this to the top of my chicken and veggies. And this is just everything all in one. You've got your meat and your veggies, and you've got your stuffing also. So I really am a huge fan of this one, having it all in one place, and I only have 1 crock pot to clean. You could use a crock pot liner if you'd like, and that would make this so easy for sure. So this one is definitely delicious. I'm going to do some ribs in the crock pot. Really easy, 2 ingredients. You've got the baby back ribs, and you've got your favorite barbecue sauce. So I'm just going to add these ribs in, just kind of wrap them around a little bit. I'm going to add in this apricot barbecue sauce that I have, and you can use your favorite sauce, whichever you prefer. Just put that sauce on the ribs. I'm going to cook these on low for 7 to 8 hours. And once they are done, you are going to be so amazed. I love doing ribs in the crock pot. I didn't realize how easy they were until about a year ago I started making them this way, and they turn out so great. They just fall off the bone, and I don't have to worry about messing with our barbecue, which I'm not a big fan of barbecuing myself, so I just really like doing it this way. It makes it so much easier for me. So here they are. They, like I said, just fall off the bone. So I will take these out and cut them off. So they are going to be so tender and really juicy and just absolutely delicious. So you'll probably want to add on some more barbecue sauce as well, because after it's been cooking this barbecue sauce all day, it's not quite as thick. It's got all the juices in there with that barbecue sauce. So you can cut these up off of the rack, add some more barbecue sauce, and you are good to go with, and add whatever your favorite sides are for this dish. Such a great, fun, like summer crock pot meal also. I use my crock pot all year long, wintertime, summertime, spring and fall. It is just my go-to kitchen appliance. If you've been around my channel, you know how much I use it. I'm going to be doing some Hawaiian meatballs, and I have my frozen meatballs that I just love doing frozen meatballs. I have my diced up bell pepper. I did 2 different bell peppers, a red and a green. I have a can of pineapple chunks. I drained the juice out of the pineapple chunks, so just the pineapple in this. I have I'm using brown monk fruit sweetener. You can do brown sugar, 1/2 cup. And I have 1 cup of liquid aminos, and you can use soy sauce as well if you like. Either one of those is perfect. I am going to give this a mix. Such great flavors with this. This one's a huge hit. Anything with meatballs in my house, it just flies off the plate. My kids are obsessed with meatballs, so I love making them different ways, and this one is really delicious. Serve with some rice and you're all set. So I'm going to do a butter chicken. This one has so much flavor. I love this butter chicken simmer sauce. It's nice and mild, but like I said, full of tons of flavor. I'm going to add in some tomato sauce. I have some evaporated milk. I have an onion as well, and then my seasonings, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. So I have 2 chicken breasts diced up that I'm going to start with this one. So I like to dice up my chicken, and it just really allows all the chicken to be coated in these yummy sauces. So you can dice it up before you cook it if you would like. I'm adding in my diced up onion. I'm adding in my paprika. You can do about a teaspoon of each of these seasonings. I have my onion powder and my garlic powder also. So I'm going to add these seasonings in and season to taste. Like I said, I like about a teaspoon of each seasoning. So this butter chicken simmer sauce is really good. I get this at my Walmart, and they have a few different types of flavors, but this butter chicken one is definitely my favorite. I'm going to also add in some tomato sauce as well. And then I'm going to add in some evaporated milk. And this is going to give this such an awesome flavor and a really awesome sauce. So once this is done, after it's been cooking on low, you can do 7 to 8 hours on low, 3 to 4 hours on high. But I'm also going to serve this with a side of rice because I love this sauce with rice. It is amazing. So giving this a nice stir. I'm going to cook this, like I said, on low for 7 to 8 hours. You can do it on high for 3 to 4. And if you find that your chicken is a little bit dry after 7 to 8 hours, you can decrease that time to 6 to 8 hours if you would like, whichever your preference is. So I'm going to give this chicken a stir. I don't normally stir my crockpot meals throughout the day. I usually set them and go. But if you would like, you can stir them halfway through to mix up all the ingredients if you would like. But it's not necessary. But this sauce, like I said, is so great. It is so creamy and just absolutely yummy, full of flavor. So I'm serving this one with rice, like I said, to soak up this awesome sauce. You will absolutely love this. It's a huge hit. This next crockpot recipe is going to be a Marry Me chicken. So I love Marry Me chicken. You can do it in a casserole version. I am going to do it in the crockpot this time. I have Italian seasoning. I have 2 chicken breasts that's diced up. I'm going to add in some minced garlic, so about a tablespoon or about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic minced up. I have sun-dried tomatoes, which I really like sun-dried tomatoes. They have just the best flavor. So these were packed in oil, so I removed the oil from them. I have my Better Than bouillon that I'm going to make my chicken broth out of. So you just add water with this paste to make your chicken broth. I love this stuff. I always have it in the fridge. So I have 2 cups of chicken broth. I have some milk as well to make this nice and creamy. So I have 1 cup of milk. And this is going to make a really awesome sauce. I just love the sauces that all of these crockpot meals make. I'm a big sauce fan, and these are just all so good to have with noodles, with rice and veggies, and just anything to kind of use up that sauce. So this is going to cook on low for 7 to 8 hours. And once it is all done, it is going to be delicious. I love Marry Me chicken. It is just a really great way to have your sun-dried tomatoes and a nice creamy, yummy sauce. So this is so good. You can also add in some cornstarch to thicken up this sauce as well, which definitely is really wonderful to get it a little bit thicker. But so for this one, it is so good. I'm using cauliflower rice to soak up this sauce this time. You can use regular rice if you would like. I'm going to do a taco pasta. I make a lot of taco meat and then I portion it out and store it in the freezer. My kids love taco nights, so if we are ever in kind of a pinch for dinner, we just pull out taco meat from the freezer and they have their tacos. I love this taco pasta because it is very easy. So I'm dumping in all my ingredients and then I will set it and will be just set it and go for the day. I have this Southwest blend frozen veggies that I really like this. I use it in a lot of different casseroles and crockpot meals and burrito bowls and all kinds of things. It is so good. It's got beans and corn and onion and bell peppers and everything that is delicious. I'm going to give this a little stir and then I will cook this. You can cook this on high for 3 to 4 hours or on low for 7 to 8 hours. And then at the end of the day, once this is done, I am going to add in the noodles to make this a pasta dish. So this is just really fun to make with the noodles taco version. We love everything Southwest flavoring, taco flavoring, burritos all the time. So we are really big fans of Tex-Mex style recipes. So I added in my noodles. I'm adding in a cup of shredded Fiesta blend cheese. Gonna give this a mix and then I'm gonna put the lid back on and let these noodles cook make this into a really awesome taco pasta. So I'm gonna put the lid back on for 30 minutes and then I'll come stir it again and it will be ready to go. Look how yummy these noodles are. This pasta is so great. It's got all of our favorites in it. So this one is really great. I love it. I'm going to do some pork chops, and pork chops are just really easy to do in the crock pot. They come out great. So I have my pork chops. I'm adding in some minced garlic, a tablespoon of minced garlic. I have half a cup of milk. This is going to keep these super moist, which is so great. And I'm going to add in some Parmesan cheese as well. So I'm just going to sprinkle this over each of the pork chops. I have Italian seasoning. So all of these very simple ingredients, you probably have these in your fridge and pantry already. So you can throw this together really quickly. Just a really great dump and go. So these have been cooking. They're nice and tender. They've been cooking in this really awesome juice all day. Have our side of rice and broccoli, which is our go-to. And this one is so good. I love making these pork chops. So I'm going to be making a chicken corn chowder. Soups are one of my favorite things to make. I eat soup all year round, and they're so fun to make in the crock pot. So I have my chicken, and I have corn, carrots, diced green chilies, and I have all my seasonings. This is going to be such a great hearty soup. I'm adding in my whipping cream. I have 1 container of the whipping cream. I'm going to make some chicken broth as well, 2 cups of chicken broth. Kind of give this a little stir. So this soup is going to be so good. Like I said, nice and hearty, really awesome, like comfort food for this one. So this is all done. It has been cooking. I'm going to take the chicken out. I'm going to shred it and put it back into the soup. So it is just really great. Just take it out of here and kind of get off all the veggies, and the chicken is falling apart here in the tongs. But I'm going to add the chicken into my favorite chicken shredder, of course. Use it multiple times a week. It is just my favorite thing ever. Give it a little spin, and then this chicken is shredded and ready to go. So all this chicken shredded up, I'm going to add it back into my crock pot with the rest of the soup, and then this soup will be ready. I love making big batches of soup, and then I freeze some as well. So it's really great for lunches. I can just pull it out of the freezer and it is ready to go. So this one is just great. Gonna scoop it up into my bowl, and I love the flavors in this, and the chicken is so good, and the corn. Any kind of chowders are great, but this one is so good. I love the corn in it, definitely. So I'm going to be doing a chicken noodle soup this time. Like I said, I love soup in the crock pot. Definitely one of my favorites. I have chicken breasts. I have some baby carrots. I have seasoning as well. You can add in celery to this one if you would like. I sometimes leave it out because we are not huge celery fans, but celery does go very good in this chicken noodle soup. So I have 4 cups of the chicken broth. I'm going to add all that in. I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours, and this is really so good. Once this chicken is done at the end of the day, I will remove the chicken, and I'm going to add in my egg noodles and then let the egg noodles cook into this broth, and it is so easy. Now I'm going to do 4 cups of these egg noodles. You can use your favorite kind of noodle. Just egg noodles and chicken noodle soup just go hand in hand for me. So I'm using 4 cups of these egg noodles. I'm going to put the lid back onto the crock pot, and while I shred the chicken, these noodles will be cooking. So it'll take about half an hour for these noodles to get nice and soft and perfectly cooked while I shred this chicken super quick. So I'm just going to cut it in half. It fits better in my chicken shredder when it's cut in half, and then I will shred this all up. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I'll put a link to this chicken shredder in the description box. It is really fun. If you don't have one, I definitely think that they're amazing, but you don't have to use this to shred the chicken. You can use 2 different forks, you can use tongs, you can use a hand mixer as well. Lots of different ways to shred chicken. This is just my favorite one. So if you want to try out this little chicken shredder, I will put a link to it in the description box. Like I mentioned earlier, it's $8.99, so not much you can get nowadays for under $10, and I have gotten my money's worth out of this chicken shredder so much. I use it all the time. So these noodles are so perfect now. Look how yummy this is. This is one of my favorite soups. I eat soup all year long, even when it's warmer out. So this one is definitely on repeat, but it is perfect when it's cold. And it's been cold lately. I am ready for spring and summer to get here because it has just been really cold. So this is just so perfect, really for any time of year, but especially when it's cold outside. So this soup is hands down one of my favorites, and it's on repeat for sure. You will love it. So good. The whole family loves this. My boys love it. I'm going to do some Swedish meatballs with my frozen meatballs. I buy this big, huge family size bag because we go through so many meatballs, but use your favorite kind of frozen meatballs, whichever it is. I'm adding in a can of cream of mushroom, and I have beef broth as well. So I'm going to add in 2 cups of beef broth. And this sauce is going to be so great. I'm adding in Worcestershire sauce, which is one of my favorite things in these Swedish meatball recipes. I have 2 tablespoons of the Worcestershire sauce. So I love cooking these meatballs on low all day. It makes them super tender, really delicious. These flavors just really kind of like soak in throughout the day. I'm adding a packet of gravy mix. I'm also going to add in some seasonings as well. I have my garlic powder, about a teaspoon. I'm going to add in cornstarch to thicken this up. So you can do 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch depending on how thick you want this sauce. But I'm going to sprinkle the cornstarch in. I will stir everything up once this is all in. And it is going to be a great sauce. I love to serve this one with a side of noodles or a side of rice to just soak up that sauce. Like I mentioned earlier, these sauces are so good and they're just perfect for the sides of noodles or rice. So these meatballs are so tender. They are so delicious. This is one of my favorite meals ever. I love making it. I'm going to do a ground turkey sweet potato crock-pot chili. So I have my ground turkey all cooked up. You can use ground beef. I use a lot of ground turkey, so you can definitely substitute the ground turkey for ground beef. I have a diced up sweet potato. I have kidney beans, Great Northern beans, both washed and drained. I have a small can of tomato sauce I'm going to add in. I have some garlic powder, about a teaspoon of garlic powder. I will have the recipe for this, of course, in the description box, so check that out. I'm going to add in some paprika as well. I'm going to add in some chili powder, and this is just delicious. One of my favorites. I am just in love with this one. Beef broth I'm going to add in. I have 2 cups of beef broth. This is so hearty, so healthy. I love it with the sweet potatoes. It gives it such a great extra taste and just really good comfort food. The chilies are definitely my favorite because they're so comforting, so warm and delicious, and so hearty. They really fill you up. And they're super nutritious too, with the sweet potato, the ground turkey, got all kinds of beans, nice and high in fiber. So definitely I'm a huge chili fan. You can top this with some sour cream or some plain yogurt. Really awesome. I'm going to be making some chicken fajitas. I have my chicken, I have my bell pepper sliced up. I'm going to use a green and an orange. Orange is my favorite color of the bell peppers. I just love the flavoring of it. I'm going to add in my sliced up onion as well. I'm going to have some olive oil in here, about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then my fajita seasoning also. And then this is so easy, such a great way to make chicken fajitas. Dump and go, and then at the end of the day, you have really awesome chicken fajitas. So I love to serve this with, you can serve it on a tortilla as a fajita, or you can serve it with a side of rice and beans, which I love to do. So I'm gonna cook these on low for 7 to 8 hours. Look how good they turn out, super good. So like I said, I love to serve this with a side of rice and beans. You can serve it on a tortilla as well. Add on your favorite toppings, some shredded cheese, some avocado. Definitely a really awesome dinner. I'm going to make a crack chicken. This one is so good. I've got cream cheese, cream of chicken, shredded cheddar cheese, my Better Than bouillon. I have some ranch seasoning and my bacon pieces. You can use regular bacon, cooked bacon, and dice it up or cut it with your kitchen scissors. So I have my 2 chicken breasts all diced up. I'm going to add in my block of cream cheese. Just love cream cheese in the crock pot. Makes these sauces so rich and creamy. So good. And so I'm just adding it in kind of different small pieces so that it melts really easily. I'm going to add in my cream of chicken soup, which is really great in crock pot recipes. It's another thing that makes these sauces so good. I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of the ranch seasoning. And I'm a huge fan of anything with ranch and bacon and cheese. So this one is definitely one of my favorites. So I have a cup of the shredded cheese. I have a cup of chicken broth. And this is just really dump and go. Throw it all in here. So I have my bacon pieces. And like I said, you can do your own cooked bacon if you would like. And cut it up kind of with some kitchen scissors. I'm going to give this a little bit of a stir, mix these ingredients around. I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours, or you can do it on high for 3 to 4 hours, and this will be so, so good. So this is all done now. This sauce is so good. It's nice and hot and steamy. I'm going to give this a stir and mix around this great, great sauce with the bacon and the cream cheese. Oh, so, so good. I'm serving this with a side of rice, and we'll do a side of salad as well. The sauce is so great. Like I said, it is such a huge hit. So I'm going to be doing some chicken thighs, and this is going to be a white chicken chili. So I love chicken thighs in the crock pot. I love chili. So this is definitely a really delicious, delicious chili. I have 2 cans of these small little mild salsas. They substituted it in my grocery pickup. So I have 2 small cans instead of 1 medium-sized can. But this is my favorite, this mild green salsa. I have a can of Great Northern beans washed and drained, kidney beans washed and drained. I have my favorite Southwest blend mix with the corn, the beans, the onions, bell peppers. Really, really great. I have 1 cup of chicken broth, and this is so good. So this is going to be a white chicken chili. So once this has been cooking, you can do it on low for 7 to 8 hours or on high for 3 to 4 hours. But once it's cooked and it is done, the chicken's done, I will add in a brick of cream cheese, and that's going to make this creamy and absolutely amazing. So this is done. I'm going to kind of shred up this chicken with my tongs because it just falls apart. It's so nice and tender. You can pull it out and shred it with your chicken shredder if you want, or you could just keep it right in here and it just falls apart. So once the chicken is all into small bite-sized pieces, which just really doesn't take much, I will add in the cream cheese, and I'll add it in some kind of smaller pieces so that it melts really easily. So just my chunks of sour cream, cream cheese. So once these are all in, I will put the lid back on and let this melt in. So about 20 to 30 minutes, and this cream cheese will be nice and melted, and then you can stir it around. So sometimes cream cheese can get a little bit lumpy, but if you just keep stirring, it will all smoothen out and it will be really, really absolutely delicious. So just keep stirring until the clumps are nice and smooth. Look how delicious this looks. It is so, so great. I absolutely love making this one. I could eat it every single week. So I'm going to be doing some Marry Me Meatballs. I did Marry Me Chicken as well, but this is a meatball version. So I have my Better Than Bouillon for my beef broth. I'm going to add 2 cups in. I have heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. It's going to make an awesome sauce. I have my cornstarch to thicken this up a little bit. But I love these Marry Me Chicken, Marry Me Meatballs recipes. They are just really, really tasty. They're so easy. I love anything with sun-dried tomatoes, so I am a huge, huge fan of these. Just dump and go, and you have a really, really awesome meal. So I'm adding in some dried basil. I had my garlic powder. I'm about a teaspoon of each. And I kind of give this a little stir. I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. You could do it on high for 3 to 4 hours. And this is just so good. These meatballs are so tender, so full of flavor because they've been in this really awesome sauce, just cooking and simmering all day. So absolutely love this one. So you can serve this one with rice or noodles, whichever your favorite is. A side of veggies and a side of salad is what we typically do. So I have my rice here, and like I said, this sauce is just really, really great. You will absolutely love this sauce. All these crockpot sauces are so, so good. I'm just, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a huge sauce fan, so you'll love this one. I'm going to be doing a garlic Parmesan chicken, and I have this Buffalo Wild Wings Parmesan garlic sauce, and it has a kick to it. I really, really like it. It has red pepper flakes in this sauce, so it definitely has a lot of really awesome flavor. I have half a cup of the garlic Parmesan sauce. I'm going to use a brick of cream cheese, and this is going to be so creamy and rich. I have half a cup of Parmesan cheese that I will add in, and this sauce is just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. You can do it on high as well for 3 to 4 hours if you would like, depending what you have time for. So this is all done. Look how awesome this looks. You can just tell that this sauce is really, really rich. So I'm going to stir this around. I'm going to make sure that my cream cheese is nice and melted and nice and smooth. So I'm just going to stir it a lot until this cream cheese becomes nice and smooth, and it is so, so good. Like I said, this sauce has a kick to it. I'm going to break up some of these bigger pieces of chicken so that it can all get into this really, really yummy sauce. So this recipe, it goes on repeat. I do this one all the time. It's a huge, huge hit. I always keep some of this sauce in our refrigerator just in case we want to make it. So I'm going to be doing some burrito bowls. I have my chicken, I have a can of diced tomatoes, rotel. You can do the ones with diced green chilies, or you can add your own diced green chilies, which I'm going to do because I absolutely love diced green chilies. So a nice can of those. And this is so, so easy. Just the chicken and the rotel. And then I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. And then I'm going to shred up the chicken. And then I'll add in the rest of the ingredients as well once this chicken is done. So the chicken has cooked on low for 7 to 8 hours. And look, it just shreds so easily. It is so tender. It's just going to shred in these juices so perfectly. So you can take it out and shred it with your hand mixer or your chicken shredder or whichever you want to shred it with, but it just falls apart. So now after this is all shredded up, I'm going to leave it in its juices. And I'm going to add in, so I have some corn that I have drained, so I will add the corn in. I have lentils, which I love lentils and burrito bowls and burritos. So high in fiber and high in protein, so we're really big lentil fans. I have black beans that I will wash and drain as well. Another thing, high in fiber. We love black beans. I'm going to give all of this a stir, and then this is such a great burrito bowl, or this could be a really good burrito filling if you want to put it into a tortilla or tacos also. So we're going to be doing it in burrito bowls, so I'm just going to add this mixture to my bowl. You can top with shredded cheese, you can top with avocado, tomatoes, lettuce, your favorite taco toppings, or whatever you would have in a burrito. I'm going to be doing a potato cheddar sausage, and it's a cheesy sausage and potatoes. So I have my smoked sausage, I have my potato all chopped up, I have my onion all chopped up as well. I have some cheddar cheese, like cream of cheese, and this is really, really yummy. It just makes this sauce really, really great. It's such a really awesome comfort meal. This is really, really perfect. So I have a cup of milk also, and this is going to help this become nice and creamy. I love doing potatoes in the crock pot. They come out really, really awesome, perfectly soft and cooked. So they're kind of my favorite potatoes in the crock pot. So I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. Like I said, really good comfort food for this one. So easy. You just dice all this up and put it in the crock pot and you are good to go. And you have a really awesome dinner at the end of the day. This one is just a huge hit. My family loves this kind of sausage, so I like making this one a lot. I'm going to be doing some barbecue chicken, some shredded barbecue chicken sandwiches. I like to do this for all kinds of different things. You can put it on wraps and salads and all kinds of stuff. So all it is chicken, and I have our favorite barbecue sauce, and then I also have some creamy Italian dressing. So very few ingredients that you probably have already in your pantry and your refrigerator. You're going to dump this into the crock pot. I'm going to add in some Worcestershire sauce also, and you can dump all this in, and then you will have really awesome shredded barbecue chicken at the end of the day. And like I said, you can put this on tons of different things. You can put it on sandwiches and on salads and tortillas as wraps. So very, very versatile. I love making a big batch of this and then having it for leftovers. We do a lot of leftovers. I love Crockpot meals because they make a big serving and you can have them later for lunch. I always prep my lunches that I have each day, so I like to have lunches and dinners prepped, ready to go, so we don't waste any leftovers around here. We take our lunches with us for work and they are just always get eaten, all these leftovers. So I like to make big batches so that we have lunches ready to go and we don't have to eat out or scramble around for lunch. We've got lots of leftovers from all of these really awesome Crockpot meals. I'm going to add in some more barbecue sauce. This one is so great. These sandwiches are so good. A little toasted bun, some corn, and we are set. Such an easy dinner and a huge hit with my family. So I'm going to be doing a pot roast. Pot roast was one of the first things I started making in the crock pot a long time ago when I started doing crock pot cooking. My mom always did pot roast in the crock pot, so I guess this would be one of her recipes. But I have 2 cans of cream of mushroom with my roast that is in the bottom of my crock pot. I'm going to use beef broth for this, so I'm going to use I have a cup of beef broth and the 2 cans of cream of mushroom. And then this is going to be a really awesome gravy with this. I'm going to add in a packet of onion soup mix. Like I have mentioned, I love using this Lipton onion soup mix in a lot of different recipes. So it is so great with this pot roast. So just dump all of this in and go, and then give this a little stir. Now I'm going to add in my veggies as well. So I have everything all in one crock pot. I have my corn and I will dice up some potatoes as well. So you have everything you need all ready to go at the end of the day. So you don't have to cook anything separate. It is all right here in one crock pot and you really only have one dish to clean. Like I mentioned earlier, you can use crock pot liners if you would like. That definitely makes cleanup even easier. But my crock pot is non-stick. It cleans really easily. It washes out really quick. So I don't use liners very often unless I know I'm not going to be able to wash it out. So put the lid on. I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. This roast will be so nice and tender at the end of the day. It makes the house smell amazing also. So this one is really good and it makes a nice big serving. It was a big roast. So this definitely feeds my whole family plus leftovers. So we are good to go for the next day. I have another one of my favorite pork loins, and this is the applewood smoked flavoring on this. And I'm going to add in my onion sliced up before I add the pork loin in. I'm going to put it right on top of these sliced onions. So this applewood smoked bacon, it's a great, great flavoring. You can season your pork loin however you would like. I'm going to add in some green beans on this, which I love having my veggie cook with the meat. It just makes things really easy. You don't have to cook anything at all at the end of the day. So it's really great having all of this in one crock pot. I'm going to add in my chicken broth that I'm going to use with my Better Than bouillon. So I have 2 cups of chicken broth that I will pour into the bottom. I'll pour it over the green beans, but it's just going to go to the bottom, of course. I'm going to add in my favorite seasoning, this Parmesan cracked pepper seasoning. It is so good on veggies. My favorite. So I'm going to make sure I get all these veggies coated with this awesome seasoning. I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. You can do it on high for 3 to 4 hours. So this is just so awesome having the pork and the green beans all in one. This pork is so good. Like how perfect it turns out. All sliced up. Have a side of salad, and this dinner is on the table, ready to go, super quick, and this is a huge hit for the whole family. So I'm going to be doing stuffed peppers, and I have some foil that I kind of rolled into some kind of tube types, and I am going to add my bell pepper on top. I added in a cup of water onto the bottom. So I'm cutting the top off of my bell peppers, and I just have a combination of colors of bell peppers. I love to mix it up and make everything really colorful. So you can use your favorite color of bell peppers, or you can mix it up to different flavors or different colors like I like to do. So I'm cutting the top off. I'll take the seeds out. I am going to line these bell peppers into my crock pot. I'm going to make the filling. I have a pound of ground turkey. I have some cauliflower rice steamed. I have the Southwest blend frozen veggies. I'm going to use 1 cup. So this filling is really, really easy. You don't have to pre-cook anything. I do steam the riced cauliflower in the bag before I add it in. I have taco seasoning I'm going to add to this. So this is going to be like a Southwest stuffed taco, and it just could not be any easier. So I'm mixing this all around, and like I said, you don't have to pre-cook this ground turkey. It will just cook in these bell peppers. And I use ground turkey because it's really a lot less greasy than ground beef. So if you're going to use ground beef, I would put a hole in the bottom of your peppers so that that grease can drain out of the bell peppers. But with this ground turkey, there really isn't a lot of grease or any grease at all. So I'm just going to fill these peppers up with this really awesome ground turkey filling. I'll top with some shredded cheese also, and then these will be ready to cook, and they are so delicious at the end of the day. Bell peppers are so great. Everything is just right there in the pepper. You have your protein, you have your veggie with the peppers and whatever filling you have inside. You have, you can do rice and have your rice in there too, or your cauliflower rice for more veggies. And so these are just so great. Such a wonderful way to have your whole meal in one bell pepper. So I'm going to cook these on low for 7 to 8 hours. They're amazing. They are one of my favorites. And you can make a lot of different combinations of these bell peppers. So I am a huge, huge fan of these. They are just so great for dinner. So I'm going to be doing some onion soup mix chicken. Like I mentioned, I love onion soup mix recipes, so I do use it all the time. So this is going to be a chicken version. So I have my cream of chicken. I have my packet of onion soup mix, and I'm in love with this one. I, at the end, put those fried onions that you would put on green bean casserole. That's what is going to go on top of this at the end, and it gives this an amazing flavor, amazing little crunch. So this one is so good. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. Really, really great sauce for this. So of course, I'm going to serve it with my favorite rice and broccoli. So I have my chicken that I will put the chicken and the sauce on top of the rice. And then, like I said, I'm going to add on top some of these French fried onions, and they are so, so great. The crunch is wonderful. This is an amazing dinner. You will definitely love this one. It's one of my favorites, of course. So good. If you love dump and go easy recipes, like I mentioned, definitely subscribe to my channel. I have so much fun making these recipes for you and sharing them with you. They are just so fun for me. My family loves these, so I have been continuing to make new crockpot meals all the time. So I have lots of new crockpot recipes coming for you weekly. So make sure you subscribe and check back often for more crockpot meals. This is going to be a Santa Fe chicken. So all of our favorite Tex-Mex ingredients. And then this is just really, really great. I love this one. Give it a stir. I'm going to serve this with some rice. High in protein. We love high protein meals. Nice and healthy. Definitely a huge fan of this one. Makes a big serving so we can save some for lunch for my husband and I for throughout the week. So I'm going to do an orange chicken. This one's so good. I have this sugar-free orange marmalade. It's very tasty, and it goes perfect with this orange chicken in the crock pot. So I'm going to add that in. I have my sugar-free barbecue sauce. This brand, G. Hughes, they make the best sauces. They're all sugar-free sauces, and they are so, so good. So I'm going to add in a cup of this barbecue sauce. I'm going to give this a stir, and then this orange chicken. It is amazing. I'm a really big orange chicken fan, but it's definitely not very healthy. So this is such a healthy version of orange chicken. So I'm going to add in my broccoli. I'm going to spray my broccoli with some vegetable oil and add my seasonings on top of the broccoli. So this is another one that's really great that you can cook everything all in one crock pot. So makes it just very convenient. Here it is all cooked, 7 to 8 hours on low. Serve it with my side of rice and you have a really yummy, healthy, very healthy dinner. We love having healthy dinners. We don't like overeating at night. You just feel kind of like icky after eating too much for dinner. So definitely like to keep things healthy. So I'm going to be doing a loaded cauliflower soup. This is a really, really great one. I just love soup in the crock pot, love soup all year long. So I have this fully cooked bacon. It makes this really, really easy. I've got some cheese, Parmesan cheese, my better than bouillon for my chicken broth and my onion. And then this is going to be so great. Dump all of this in and it will be an amazing soup. So hearty, so delicious, and so healthy with the cauliflower. So this is just like a regular like loaded baked potato soup, but a lot less calories by using the cauliflower instead of the potato. So I just diced up my cauliflower, adding in 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I have my better than bouillon for my chicken broth. So I'm going to add in 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to add in 1 cup of milk as well. I have my grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to use 1/4 cup of the grated Parmesan cheese. This all has this awesome, rich flavor. I have my diced onion and I have my bacon. It's pre-cooked bacon, so I'm just going to cut it up with my kitchen scissors. You can use any kind of cooked bacon or pre-cooked bacon, bacon crumbles, but this is just really, really great. Bacon, of course, and anything is so good, but so great in this loaded cauliflower soup recipe. So I'm going to let this cook on low for 7 to 8 hours, and the cauliflower will be so nice and tender. This will be so creamy after I'll mash it up a little bit to mash up the cauliflower pieces, but really, really awesome. Love this one. So tasty, so rich, and also so healthy. So you can mash this up with, I use my meat masher. You can use an immersion blender if you would like, but I'm just going to use my meat masher because I don't want to break up the bacon too much. So I want to keep the bacon into some bigger pieces. So I'm just going to mash this and make this nice and creamy. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm going to make some mac and cheese. This is a really big hit for my kids. My kids love this. So it's noodles. It has cream cheese. It's going to make it so awesome. I'm going to have in my milk, and it's going to be just so awesome. So easy to make. Evaporated milk as well. So I'll put the recipe for this in the description box with all the ingredients. So this one, I like to stir it every 30 minutes if possible. I have 4 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, and I shredded the cheddar cheese myself. It just melts a lot easier this way. So 4 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. You can either shred it yourself or get some pre-shredded cheese. But like I said, I like to stir this one every 30 minutes to really mix around these cheeses and make it really, really nice and creamy. So this is an awesome side dish, an awesome dish if you're going to be having kids over. I just think it's a huge hit. The flavors are really, really wonderful. So this is definitely an awesome recipe. So I hope that you liked these crockpot recipes. They are all so fun. This marathon has been so fun for me to put together with all of my favorite crockpot meals. Like I said, I use the crockpot a lot, almost every night. So it is so fun to share all of my recipes with you. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. So here this is all nice and creamy. Like I said, stirring it every 30 minutes to really mix around these cheeses and make sure that it melts nice and smoothly. So really, really awesome dinner. So I'm going to be doing a vegetable soup. Love soup. Like I keep telling you, I love soup in the crock pot. And so this one is just really, really great. So I have all my veggies. I have corn, salsa, black beans, carrots, celery, onion, bell pepper. You can use your favorite bell pepper. My favorite is orange. I have lentils washed and drained, Great Northern beans, and I have tomato sauce. So really, really hearty, really healthy. I'm going to pour all this in, and I have my 4 cups of chicken broth. I'm also going to add in some Italian seasoning as well, so you can season to taste. I have garlic powder as well, so about a teaspoon of each of the seasonings. I'm going to give this a mix, and this is so good. I love soup. You can have it kind of as before your meal if you like. It's really filling, so it really helps you kind of eat a smaller meal if you want. If you do a first course of soup. So this one is really great. I love to make a big batch of this and freeze it. I have little soup freezer molds that I love. So I have lots of soup in my freezer. So great. So here's my soup freezer molds that are so perfect. They just have these little lids, you fill it up, and then you just freeze it, and then you pop it out when you're ready and just put it in the microwave in your bowl, and you have some really awesome soup. It comes in different serving sizes, so you can see the lines. There's a half a cup and a 1 cup line, so really helps portion it out as well. So I'm gonna fill these up, and my freezer will be stocked with some really awesome vegetable soup. So really easy, so healthy. Absolutely love this one. So this soup will be so great to have in the freezer. So I'm going to be doing a potato soup. So I have ground turkey and I have some shredded hash browns. So this is so good. I love these hash browns in this soup. I have a cup of corn and peas. I have some corn as well as some carrots and peas, frozen carrots and peas and corn. I have this really awesome sauce. So this is going to be like a sour cream sauce, and it's going to make a really great addition to this soup. I have some milk as well. I will have the recipe for this in the description box, of course. So check that out if you want to make this one. I'm adding in my Worcestershire sauce and my garlic powder, and then I will mix this all together. I have garlic powder, onion powder. You can add in salt and pepper as well if you would like, but this sauce is just great. I'm going to thicken it up with some cornstarch, and it will be really awesome soup for this. Just a really great sauce. So this soup is hearty, delicious. I like I mentioned with the vegetable soup, I love to make big batches and add this to my either before dinner, before lunch. It's just really great to have. So I'm going to cook this on low for 7 to 8 hours. So yummy. These potatoes are cooked so great. It is just so healthy with the ground turkey. I just love this one. It has all of my favorites in it. So this is definitely one that I love to have on repeat. I'm going to be doing some meatballs. I just absolutely love meatballs in the crock pot. So these are going to be enchilada meatballs. I have red enchilada sauce. So this is definitely delicious. I love anything enchilada flavored. I have Monterey Jack cheese. So I'm going to put a layer of the cheese on top. Really so easy. All you have to do is add in these 3 ingredients and cook on low for 7 to 8 hours. When these are done, look how awesome that looks. So you can just scoop out these enchilada meatballs. You can serve it with rice and beans. You can serve it with noodles if you want, side salad. Just really great meatballs. Just love how they're cooking in this sauce all day. They just become so tender and so tasty also. I hope you loved these crockpot recipes. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great day.